Welcome to r/HoleTax, where an entitled boomer learns a harsh lesson. I work in an electronics store chain. We have a price matching policy and often price match other stores up to $80 or so as long as it's the same thing and it's in stock. So we have a high-end gaming monitor on sale. It's usually $699 on sale for $599. A customer comes up and says, "Excuse me, I want to grab this monitor, but I'm not paying that price. I can get the same thing cheaper on Amazon." Sure thing, we can price match Amazon if it's shipped and sold. He cuts me off. "Yeah, you'd better. I shop here all the time and you guys are always way overpriced. I don't get why you charge like $300 more for the same monitor." I've grabbed the monitor and we're at the register now. While talking, I'm pulling up to verify the price match. Yeah, anybody can sell on Amazon. "Y'all are greedy is what it is. Now price match it. I don't have all day." At this point, I've had enough. I see that Amazon has the monitor for $799. The way our system works, if it's a verified price, we can change it without manager override. I pull it up on Amazon and sure enough, it's more expensive than we regularly sell it. "Sir, it looks like the price on Amazon isn't." "Price match it or I'll grab your manager." Me, putting on my best customer service face. Of course. I adjust it up to $799. The customer explodes. "What is this? Why did the price go up?" I turn the screen around and show Amazon's price. He loses color in his face. "Well, can you bring it back down?" "You insisted without listening to me that I price match Amazon. If you ask nice and apologize, I'll be happy to bring it to our sale price and we can go on with our days." At this point, he apologized and made some BS excuse about stressing and not getting enough sleep and blah blah blah. But after finding this thread, I figured it was the best place to share this. I did end up bringing it back down to regular price after he calmed down, but some people are just too entitled and never check before they come in. Then there's a similar story down in the comments. I worked at Fry's a decade back. One day, a computer comes up to the desk in the component section where we sell computer parts and starts ranting that he's onto us and it's disgusting we try to swindle customers by having cheap computers in our section and expensive computers in the computer department. I eventually figured out that he thought computer cases, which sold for anywhere from $50 to $300, were computers. And he was such a turd about it, randomly coming up to lay into me, that I just shrugged and said, "You got us." I would have loved to have a recording of the look on his face when he got home and realized he wasn't as smart as he thought he was. But he didn't seem like the type for deep self-reflection like that. Our next Reddit post is from Starved Nutritionist. "On the day of my wife's college graduation, my daughter and I arrived in a very packed parking structure. A few minutes after parking, a teenage girl, 18 years old, senior in high school, tried parking next to me and ended up hitting my car. I get out of the car, angry at first, yelling, 'Hey, what the F? You can't park, you idiot!' When I saw that it was a teenage girl driving the car that hit mine, I calmed down a bit. The girl began crying immediately and called her mom. The mom showed up a few minutes later with a big group. Probably her family. It was college graduation after all. Someone in her family or someone she knew was obviously graduating. The mom and I spoke for a bit. She asked me not to get insurance involved, although she did give me her insurance information and we exchanged contact info, names and phone numbers. She also requested that because her daughter had just gotten a driver's license a short while ago, I not involve the insurance, because it would possibly end up with her daughter losing her privilege to drive. In hindsight, this was just her way to avoid an insurance hike. I agreed, but I didn't feel comfortable with the request to not get insurance involved. My kid and I went to the graduation ceremony where I told my father-in-law what happened in the parking lot earlier. He told me I needed to get insurance involved. "You don't know this lady. She could easily deny everything," he said. After the ceremony, I called my own insurance and told them what happened. The insurance agent said it was a good idea to call them for the exact reason my father-in-law suggested. The next morning, I went to a body shop and got a quote. I texted the mom about this and she got very angry with me, saying that I'm not a man of my word because I contacted my insurance instead of giving her time to pay for the damages out of pocket. I tried to reason with her, but it wasn't working. The mom began claiming that she had control of the situation. It was her right to get the work done through a body shop of her choice. I knew that wasn't true, but I decided to contact my insurance agent and find out if I'm missing something. Nope, she was wrong. It was up to me how and where I wanted the issue dealt with. In fact, I could have her insurance cut me a check for the damages and not even bother getting it repaired if I please. The mom and I continued exchanging text messages. Mommy Dearest acted like it was her right to get the damage repaired anywhere she wanted. I decided that wasn't going to work for me. She wanted the job done at a specific body shop. It turned out that the body shop was owned by a relative of hers. For what it's worth, the reason you don't see me mention this in the text exchange is because I found this out days later after Googling her name and finding out she was related to the owner of the body shop she requested I go to. Checkmate. I decided to go through insurance. Little old mommy wouldn't answer her phone, but her insurance agreed to get the job done because I had all the evidence a person would need and then some. Her insurance cut me a check. I ended up pocketing the extra cash and got the damage repaired with cash. Sure, it was only a $200 profit, but I figured I still got something out of it. And also, OP posts screenshots of the text conversation he had with this woman, and hold on to your butt because this lady is nuts. Hi Blank, this is Blank, the person with the Chevy Cruze that was hit yesterday. I got a repair quote from a body shop in Blank called Blank. They said if you pay cash, they'll charge $950. If you go through insurance, it'll be $1,100. Unfortunately, you already contacted my insurance even though I asked you as nicely as I could to not do that. I was willing to work with you and I wanted to take care of this on my own, but as of right now, I feel like my hands are tied. Please have the body shop send the estimate to me in writing to the email Blank, and I will speak to them directly. And now I need to also talk to the insurance company and find out what ramifications there will be to my policy since you already filed a claim. Haha, you can't force them to make a claim in my policy, only I can accept that. I told them not to file a claim. The guy said he'll keep it in writing in case you decided not to pay. It was to cover myself in case you or your daughter changed the story and wouldn't accept fault. I'll go ahead and ask them to go through with the claim then. Take care. You gave me all of 6 hours and never even contacted me first before you contacted them. Very kind of you and glad you are a man that keeps his word. You did not stick to your word. You are a liar. They contacted me last night about the claim you made. Why lie about it now? If you taught your daughter how to drive, this wouldn't be an issue. Please stop messaging me now. I was sticking to my word. I didn't file the claim. I just told them about the damage. You want to make it difficult? That's fine. Good luck. Again, I told them about the damage. I said I wouldn't be filing a claim unless she refuses to pay. The guy said he was making note of that. I don't care. I don't know you. Your daughter ruined a perfect day because you did a poor job teaching her to drive. I'm done with this. Good luck, lady. Please stop texting me. You're not doing yourself any favors here. Okay, at this point, if you want your car repaired, you will do the following without variance. You will go to Blank at Blank. As the policyholder, it is my option to have it repaired at a shop I choose. Sorry, that's the law. If you don't want to go along with the law, it's always your choice to report it to your insurance as an uninsured driver. Since being reasonable and honest just isn't a concept you grasp, we will just all go along with the law. Sound good? I have Geico. I contacted them just a bit ago. They said they've been trying to get in touch with you, but you're not answering your phone. They said if you refuse to accept liability, I can sue you. I have pictures, a dashcam video, and a witness. I'm good, lady. I'm not following your terms. I'll do what the insurance tells me to do. If what I've said isn't acceptable, feel free to go get yourself a police report and they'll tell you the same thing. But gosh, guess what? You'll have to get it from the Blank police since they're an independent reservation. That might be a bit tougher. I also don't owe you any favors. You assumed I would just let this slide and wait until you're ready? You assumed because your daughter is a team, I would show sympathy and not contact my insurance? No thanks. I don't know you at all. Your passive-aggressive tone is unnecessary. If you think I won't drive to Blank right now and get a police report, you're kidding yourself. Are you trying to deny me my rights? Are you anti-woman? Oh, I see. Lol, anti-woman? Don't use your gender to justify being a sucky driver. Okay, well, I have the right to get an estimate from the shop I choose, so beyond that, I don't think we have anything to discuss. You have the option to pay out of pocket. I'm not refusing your rights. I'm just letting you know you're responsible for the damages. You want me to take it to a body shop of your choice? Sure, but who owns the shop? Are they connected with you in any way? How can I trust this shop will fix my vehicle and not try to skimp on it? They're approved by every insurance company. You're stalling, young man. Get going. Get going on what? Are you senile? Look up the body shop, ma'am. They're closed today. Bummer. Talk to you on Monday. It's a holiday weekend. Who's senile now? Still you, lady. Great. Well, my senility and my insurance will talk to you when you get the estimate. Yeah, just so old. Who's helping you text, ma'am? I find it amazing that you're able to respond via text, given your age and all. All I hear is you crying that you aren't getting your young, entitled millennial way. Just so you know, I'll still get my car fixed through your insurance, even if you end up in a retirement home on Tuesday. No, you can't without me approving it. You're not really that educated, are you? I'm thinking there's a misunderstanding here. I went to a body shop and got a quote. You don't want to deal with that shop, so you said you have a different shop I must go to. When I asked if they're connected with you in any way, you began arguing your rights and anti-woman nonsense, even though that had nothing to do with anything. You can always get it approved through your insurance. You own that policy, I own mine. They are not connected to me. I bet yours is connected to you. Look, I call the shots here. Either do what I've asked, which I'm legally entitled to, or don't. Your choice. You want me to go through your shop? Sure, that's fine. I can do that. I also contacted CHP after you claimed I wouldn't. They asked me to come in on Tuesday to get a police report. Turns out Blank is connected with the CHP and Blank. Not such a hassle after all. We can make this easy. Stop sending me these passive-aggressive and disrespectful messages. I haven't lied about anything. I didn't file a claim. I only got the paperwork started, which is my right in case you decided not to pay for the repairs. CHP? Awesome, go for it. Hey, I'm done. Get the estimate. We can make this cordial, or we can keep bickering, but you're not going to get away with your adult child hitting my vehicle. Also, if you want to comment about entitled millennial, maybe acknowledge that your daughter is a millennial too. Hey, I'm done. Get the estimate. She is a licensed driver. The body shop I went to isn't associated with me in any way. I still don't get what you're trying to do here. It seems like you want to make this difficult for me, but you're not understanding that I was trying to help you out by not ruining your kid's driving record. What do you think will happen when I inform the CHP that your daughter was driving the car and not you? I still haven't told Geico that. Should I? Our next Reddit post is from KGB Cutney. My dad, who works in a hospital in a suburban area, often treats patients that are farmers, who seem to share a common hobby of not paying for stuff. A guy came to his hospital to check on his mother. When the patient fell asleep, the guy ended up playing on his phone. Now, the hospital is used to visitors plugging their appliances everywhere, so they have very clear warning signs in the room saying these outlets are keeping people alive. Don't charge your phone with them. The guy complied, but his phone is still dying. Genius as he is, he walked out of the room to look for outlets in the hallway. There weren't any, but he found a vending machine. So he unplugged that vending machine and started charging his phone. When he was done, he just left the vending machine unplugged. The vending machine stored fresh packaged food. The cleaning crew was pretty confused upon finding out all the food is spoiled and that the machine is somehow unplugged. The supplier didn't want to stomach the cost and called the police to check security cam, and there he is, playing Texas Take 'Em on his phone attached to a cable leading to the power outlet. He ended up paying $100 worth of damages, and to think he could have just asked my dad. The charger in his office is free and works just fine. Then, we have a similar story in the comments. A long time ago, I used to be a bouncer in a small place. It was a college town in a rural area, and early in the evening, it was working class people from town. And then later in the evening, it would shift over to a college crowd. Anyway, there was this overlapping period with both groups and their different musical tastes. Country music for the working class people and more alternative stuff for the college people. This one little twerp made the discovery that if he unplugged the jukebox, it would forget the cued music and then he could select whatever he wanted immediately without having to listen to that country stuff. I'm not really a fan of country music either, but they were paying customers, so... Anyway, I warned him a few times, but the owners were pretty reluctant to have me kick anyone out unless stuff was really going down. Finally, I had it. This huge country boy was confronting me about losing his money in the jukebox again, so I just smiled and had him follow me. I introduced him to the twerp culprit and told him that I wouldn't lift a finger to stop him and that my vision wasn't particularly good in the dim lighting. And I had no idea what he looked like either, and then abandoned the twerp to his fate. The look on that kid's face was priceless as he was backed into the corner being yelled at by a big country boy, demanding his money as I waved and walked away. He never pulled that stunt again. That was r/ButtholeTax, and if you liked this video, be sure to let me know by hitting that like button because it really helps my channel grow.